Hey, so I haven't been able to really talk about much just because I'm so busy. Um, but along the lines of abuse, I just wanted to kind of, I don't know, touch base with all of the people that have been through it or are going through it, anything like that. Any kind of, especially sexual abuse is what I have experienced. And last night I was going through photo albums and working on a project and kind of going through my life basically. I looked at baby pictures first and then kind of worked my way up. And it was just kind of amazing to look at the decades of stories, and all the memories that go with it. And to see pictures of myself, right before the abuse and then during the abuse and after. And it's just like, it's a really kind of scary thing, and it really opens up this whole floodgate of emotions that I just wasn't really ready for. So if you are going through it or whatever, it's maybe a good idea to go through your photo albums just to help your brain process everything. And if it's too much, obviously don't do it, but just something that this is the morning after, so I don't know if it's going to be really beneficial or if it's just going to freak me out all day. But I think it could be a good way to kind of process your life, because you're really just looking at a still pictured movie of your life, and then you can, kind of go through all of your memories and, have a good cry afterwards or punch a pillow or something. But I stumbled upon some pictures that they were like little tiny negatives, and I never knew why I kept those, because I'm a dork and I used to keep everything sentimental. So I would print off all my pictures, and we had the old-fashioned, you buy a camera for $5, and then I always got doubles, and I always kept the negatives in the little sleeve. And come to find out, when I got married, I had to get rid of all pictures or any evidence whatsoever of my abuser, and it was a control thing for my ex-husband, and it's very unfortunate because I could have used it in my real legal case, and just things like that. It's kind of unfortunate. But anyways, I found little tiny snippets in my negatives of the pictures of the abuser, and it's just it was, I don't know, therapeutic, and maybe it could be a good idea for any victims to kind of just go through your own story and journal about it, write out your story, even just for you to see and just to get it out, so it's not just this thing that you keep inside of you and just this big secret or this big lie or whatever. Not that you're lying, but usually we feel like we have to keep the secret of it and we have to protect the abuser or whatever. And I don't know, just kind of blabbing about my experience in hopes that it will help somebody else kind of get through theirs in the best way possible, because we can't change what happened, and we've gotten through hopefully the hardest part, and that's the abuse. And then after that, it's all kind of up to us about what we do with it and how we heal from it and everything. And some is going to be a lot harder than others. And for me right now, I'm past the legal part. I'm past the abuse. I'm, don't talk to him anymore. He's in prison, and it feels very victorious. But sometimes I'm just going to have days where it really hits me, and it'll be harder to process, or it'll be a little scarier. Or I had a couple bad dreams this month about it, just very random, he was there in my life again all of a sudden, when I hadn't really dreamt about it in a long time. So anyways, going through photo albums, just kind of walk yourself through your childhood life and process everything. And then you can also reflect on anything good that happened, that's you know what, I'm really glad that happened, or just things like that. So this is me just rambling on about maybe something you could do if you have pictures of you, before, after, during, whatever, just to kind of help your brain process the whole thing. And then, whatever emotions come to you, write it down. Call a friend, vent it out, get all of that stuff out that you haven't let yourself think about in a really long time. So that's just my tip today.